girl.
I scared you, I'm sorry.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one. Meow.
I like when somebody plays Black Cat. I'm always hoping that they, you know... I'm always hoping that they know to teleport in with me during the dive.
I'm no hero.
Happy birthday!
Born and raised and
Happy
proud of it.
birthday! Happy 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Oh. Stop that.
We're not the same as we used to be, Steve.
I don't like her voice.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enemy ahead. Prepare to engage.
I can't say I love when Ultron's done with the Yoink! Give me that look! You won't be needing that! You won't be needing that! Get it already! The spirit steadies. I'm starting from scratch.
I shall bide my time, but not for long.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Better stop that vehicle!
This is my gold member.
I could use a lookout over here. You won't be needing that.
Defeated halfway! Stop them!
That definitely helps.
Damn, man. I am a demon at killing air targets.
Yoink! Give me that look. Good fortune for me. Thanks. Mine for the tip. You won't be needing that. There they are. Yoink! Give me that look.
Maximum pulse!
Yoink! Give me that look.
Chance to stop them!
That definitely helps.
Oh boy. Here they come!
Good fortune! They hit a checkpoint! Now might be a good time to stop them.
Damn, this one's sweaty. This is more fun. Huh? Oh, that was lucky.
Be strong together.
Oh, hey, thanks, man. I messed up. I messed up real bad right there, though. I shouldn't have jumped across like that. Should have known better. I didn't think she'd land that E though. The magic displaced me like that.
Good fortune for me. That definitely helps.
They made it halfway! Stop them!
Good fortune for me. You won't be needing that. Behold, Exile! That's why I'm in charge. You won't be What's wrong, Tony?
You crossed my path! I am ready to put on a show!
Nice. Got the ult out.
Yoink! Give me that luck.
Ah, you had to get your friends. Wait, why did you quit? Why did one of our people quit?
I'm starting from scratch.
Every team needs Iron Man.
Feast for my crows!
We're doing all right. Like we're not getting our asses kicked or anything. We're doing
Yoink!
fine.
Give me
Keith,
that
what's
luck.
happening, Tail?
Now's a good time to leave.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
Good fortune for me. Yoink! Give me that luck. We won't be needing that. You won't be needing that. Good fortune for me. Good fortune for me. Yoink! Give me that luck.
Oh shit. I need somebody else diving. Like with me being the only one doing any damage in the backline,
Now or never.
they're just completely nullifying it.
That vehicle.
Like I can get really close, like, but I'm not good enough to fight off all 5 people from turning around and healing and defending. You know?
Maximum pulse!
Good fortune for me. Yoink! Give me that luck. Some unwanted guests. This health belongs to me. Better already. Sustained. Need assistance.
He stopped them in their tracks.
For me. You won't be needing that. That's one less life. Yoink! Give me that luck.
There's no way he didn't die. The healing is ridiculous. The healing in this kid is ridiculous.
Let's try this again.
They ulted each other? The 2 Iron Mans ulted each other? Or was that something else?
In the open. Yoink! Give me that luck. Yoink! Give me that luck. Mine for the taking. Good fortune for me.
I am ready to put on a show!
Maximum pulse!
Good fortune for me.
Double kill!
You won't be needing that. Enemies perfect. Why bother? That definitely helps.
He stopped them in their tracks.
Yoink! Give me that luck.
Where the fuck is my... I had I had cooldowns that it didn't show me use. You got the move. Oh, what up, dog?
Let's try this again.
What up, Lumpy? Space Princess?
By the eye of Agamotto!
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Back up as they're popping some meals.
Seconds left.
You won't be needing that. You crossed my path! Yoink! Give me that luck. Gotcha!
Lucky for you, I'm gonna help.
Saving the world.
Gotcha! We can't all land on our feet.
Down to 30 seconds.
Good fortune for me. Gotcha!
Their attack is almost
You
exhausted.
stopped them in their tracks.
Damage sustained. Need assistance. Yoink! Give me that luck.
How is that not a reset?
Final 10 seconds.
Better already.
Another soul to join my legion. Pulse charge! Fire!
That's how it's done.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. You got them all.
I unleash the Vishanti's power!
Good.
Damn,
Epic victory.
that was good.
Big win.
5 a.m. early Rebecca special, Space Cowboy, coffee breakfast time. I just had myself some breakfast and I made myself some coffee too. Some icy coffee. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Got my girlfriend to start Naruto with me. The anime? Oh, duh, obviously, right? I was thinking probably the video game, but why would you do that? That's cool. It's gonna be a long ride, man. It's gonna be a long ride. Oh, already? Shit, that's further than what I got.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I'll fill. I don't mind this time. I'm. But they keep setting me up. Oh,
Pick me! Pick me!
look, she actually picks the black cat.
Agent F1. I'm going in.
I'm gonna dive in with them. I have Luffy on my team. Skipping some filler as it goes. That's good. The thing is, I don't know what is or is not filler. So when I'm watching an anime, I'm not like,
And some very short
I'm not
claws.
really like,
My
what the fuck? Did they just get off?
30 seconds before you attack.
You got off Black Cat,
Get
then I'm gonna
ready.
play Black
Agent
Cat.
F1.
I'm fucking here to play Black Cat.
Never let the black cat cross your path.
Why would you get off on if?
almost soon enough.
Yeah, nah, dog. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to play Black Cat. Why you swap off right when I went healer? Anyways, no, I'm pretty sure that those exams are pretty important. The Gara and Lee thing. Like it's also important for Gara too, for his backstory. So, from what I know, because it was a pretty big deal in the Naruto games, in the Shippuden games. So I would imagine that it's a pretty big deal in the actual show too.
You won't be needing that. Good fortune for me. Good fortune for me. Help. Yoink! Give me that luck. You too many of them.
Even the tank's got to be scared to dive me.
Mine for the
I just did a hop.
Give me that luck.
Whoa. Oh, the sniper. Okay.
Now might be the time to stop them.
Better watch your back.
You like
Guess
Zara,
I'm
who
not
your
so
girlfriend?
unlucky
He
after
seems like a
all.
pretty cool dude. He was cool in the video game. I didn't like playing as him, but I liked his character. His playing as him was boring. All the sand, the slow motion sand attacks. I can't remember what I actually.
Yes. Give me that luck. You won't be needing that.
Better stop that vehicle. Quick-witted halfway. Stop them. How crude.
I'm trying to make this space for my team to come in, man, but they're like, Zara's a little weenie. Is he a little weenie?
Fire!
Let's try this again.
Since the game was just like a game, it speeds through everything pretty quickly. But by the end of it, he seems to be a pretty tough kind of badass kind of dude. Maybe in the beginning he's kind of a weenie. I don't think he's like that all the time though.
Enemies on approach. Sniper.
Yoink! Give me that luck.
Holy winter schnitzel.
Yoink! Give me that luck.
That was so fucking delicious.
For me.
Oh, I'm so delicious.
4 in a row.
I'm so delicious.
Would you? I've got your back. You won't be needing that.
He stopped them in their tracks.
Yoink! Give me that luck.
Didn't expect that. Didn't expect those maneuvers. Oh my gosh, I'm so delicious. I'm so delicious with it.
Tony, couldn't buy a win. Good fortune for me.
He stopped them in their tracks.
Yoink! Give me that luck.
Double kill. That's 3.
Oh my fucking. I'm so fucking delicious.
Crush you with your own armor, Stark.
I'm not a real human being. No, those have to be bots. They can't be bots. I won my last 2 matches. Dude, I'm disgusting. I'm fucking nasty. I really need to be just. I just really need to stick to ring.
Yoink! Give me that luck.
Maximum pulse! Magneto!
Good fortune for me.
The god of thunder!
Mine for the taking.
Oh, he wants me. That Iron Man wants me.
Good fortune.
He's even hiding.
A sniper. How
He
irritating.
stopped them in their tracks.
Yoink! Give me that luck.
I'm shocked that did that much damage. I must have gotten hit by. I had to have been hit by multiple things when they were there.
I'm starting from scratch.
Shukaku, or I don't even know who that is. The demon. Is that what protects God? I thought it was a family member spirit that protected God. Hold on, let me read it. Maybe I glanced at too quickly.
Mine for the taking. Yoink! Give me that look. What's wrong, Tony?
It's okay, I killed the Iron Man, that's satisfying though. Bro, this squirrel cannot
Guess I'm
land a
not
single
so
nut.
unlucky after all. Help! So cold. Good fortune for me. Yoink! Give me that luck. Better already.
Only 60 seconds left.
Good fortune for me.
You stopped them in their tracks.
Disappear for me.
Maximum pulse! Might as well be made of glass. Behold the god of thunder!
Down to 30 seconds.
Yoink! Give me that luck. You crossed my path! You won't be needing that. Always bet on blood. Gotcha! Good fortune for me.
Double KO. Final 10 seconds.
Gotcha!
And 3.
Good fortune for me.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Now it's it.
I am absolutely cracked this morning, aren't I?
Let's
But
try
I could have
this
did better
again.
right there. I kind of destroyed that. There's no way, come on, man. You guys, I killed like half the team doing this. We can't lose this. We can't lose this. Oh well, we still have another point.
Good fortune for me. That definitely helps. You won't be needing that. Yoink! Give me that luck.
Oh my gosh, Namor, you stink, bro.
We shall not be your targets
The
anymore.
cat came back.
Co-op time.
Yoink! Give me that luck. You won't be needing that.
I wasn't satisfied with that match. I felt like I could have done a lot better.
Epic victory.
It's okay. Anyways, are you actually making breakfast or did you just say that? His mother's soul is bound to his sand or something. Yeah, something like that, right? Is bound to him the same as Naruto and Kurama. Oh yeah, that's right. He's got one of the 9 tails in him, right? I mean, he's got one of the tailed beasts in him, right? Gaara. Naruto has one. Gaara has one. That guy that wants to be a rapper has one. I forget who the rest of them are. And then Naruto himself has the 9 tails himself. Huh? Coffee is pretty good breakfast. Yeah. Oh, that's what you had? So that's it? I agree. I grizzle for shizzle. My nizzle. 16 final blows is disgusting. Killer Bee, that's the one, has 8-tailed demon. That's his name. Konoyaro, Bakayaro, Konoyaro. That guy.
Pick your
Alright.
hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
Oh, excuse me. What do we have here? Looks like, ooh. What do we have? Come on. Make all your picks. I don't love this composition, but
Agent of
I'll
One.
play some.
I'm
I'll
going.
play some Fox. I'm gonna dive in with Daredevil. Dive in with Daredevil. I'm gonna dive in with Daredevil. That's not even a difficult thing to say. Why did I Why did my tongue twist like that?
My senses are sharp, and my claws are ready.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Yo, help me beat this thing's ass.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I've never had much respect for bounty hunters.
Help me kick this thing's ass, man. Shoot it.
Last I checked, a real captain takes responsibility for the actions.
Battle starts in 5,
No!
4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Don't worry, everything is under control. Well, except my powers.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what much of that means. I don't remember much of the whole story behind what the meanings and the powers of the beast.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
That's crazy that I got a kill while just fucking scratching into 4 fucking people. I can't believe I actually killed one. I kind of threw because I wasn't helping my team, but still, I had to try it.
Mission area.
Isn't allowed to sleep because of them. Took over and caused havoc. So Garo's been awake his whole life. Ooh, that would drive somebody insane. Oh no, I don't like that. That makes me feel uncomfortable to hear. Like,
Let's have some fun. Damage sustained. Need assistance. We got here. Nice finish.
damn.
Control seized.
I went in there to save her fucking life and I ended up just getting myself killed.
My spirit pulls me
Control
back to
lost.
battle.
I should have prioritized. Well, I mean, the thing is, either way, if he died, I was gonna die anyway, eventually.
Their team's
They're kinda
capture
have to
progress
try.
is past the halfway point.
Our prey is in the open. Increased shields. Let's have some fun.
He didn't like that.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Goodbye, Daredevil. The defense rests. I'm hit. Cover me.
They almost got him.
Armed and dangerous!
Good timing. Perfect synergy.
What the fuck are you doing, man? Why are you just standing there like that?
War has finally come to an end. Back to my old self.
Shit, I fucked up. I thought, I didn't, I don't know why something told me transforming will keep me from getting eaten. I knew that it wasn't true and I still did it.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
He has
Control
never
lost.
felt human touch or sleep. That's discomfort, man.
I don't raise my voice. My actions speak
That's freaky
for me.
shit, dog. embrace these nuts.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Tiger Division has had its eyes on you for a long time, Castle.
Sorry, but I don't work for anyone's government. Not anymore.
We're not interested in hiring you. We're considering locking you up for good.
Give it a try, Fox.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I'm the last of my people, and I plan to make them proud.
Party people! Let me get over there with him.
Damage sustained! Need assistance!
That was awesome. The kid knocked out.
I guess something.
My spirit pulls me back to battle!
The mission area is yours.
Celebrate. Good times, come on.
Back in the hunt!
We are undefeatable!
Armed and again! Executioner! Again!
Control lost!
I've survived so much worse.
Ready to rock and roll!
Alrighty. Let's see it then.
No hiding from us now, buddy! There goes one
Back
of
in the hunt!
Bless me.
Control C!
That is how it's done!
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
You wasn't expecting that.
Careful over here, okay?
I still have my shit. If I can get a teleport to somebody, I'll be okay. Not gonna happen.
Glory is almost yours!
Like Ino
My
Yamanaka?
spirit
What is
pulls
it?
me
I don't
back
know.
to
I'm
battle.
not sure. I don't know who that is.
Defend! A fox never surrenders territory.
We are undefeatable. And I also don't know who the voice actor is, so I'm not sure what it's supposed to sound
You'll
like.
have to keep fighting until we have a
It's supposed to sound
winner.
like Mantis.
Watch out over here.
Opposition targeted.
You know, is a blonde girl who is like Sakura's rival character. Oh. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I grew up without a
I wonder if
community.
that's on purpose.
Tiger Division has become my home.
They do a lot of references in this game. A little pop references. It's probably not that serious though. Maybe that's just what she says because she's Mantis.
30 seconds before you
We
attack.
are
Get ready.
undefeatable.
Let's have
Or
some
maybe
fun.
it could. You never know. You never know the motivation behind it,
You've been keeping
or the
tabs on
inspiration
him.
behind it, rather.
That true?
Yes. Why? Do you want to see what your husband has been up to when you're not looking?
Nah, I trust Remy with all my heart.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted you to be aware that you ain't the only one.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Message received.
3,
Loud
2,
and clear.
1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Is it? It's the same actress? That's cool. That is really cool. So you're watching it in English, the Naruto show?
Damage sustained. Need assistance. Short senses. Short strike. Run.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
I just realized I've had my ult this whole time and I haven't used it yet.
I abhor your mission, Ultron, but your methods are valid.
Spirit steadies.
Well, that's better.
Shomu as Shiva.
I don't know why my team didn't push up a little bit to fucking help me there. I don't know why they're standing dead on point. We watched it dubbed originally, so I watched it. So I watched it dubbed originally, so I watched it dubbed now. I guess you meant you watched it subbed originally, so you're watching it dubbed now.
Keep going.
That's pretty cool. That's a cool way to go through it. Because I always get curious sometimes. Like, I wonder what that sounded like in the other language. And I'll just go back and forth to hear the differences sometimes. Get the fuck closer to me, man. Jesus.
Control lost.
Oh. That's funny that they got the same
Now the
actors,
claws come out.
voice actors. Gee, he was close enough. I could have totally teleported. Why didn't you give me the prompt before?
We are undefeatable.
Holy moly. Mother trucker, dude. That must have hurt like a butt cheek on the stick.
Fury's almost done.
Spirit engine.
Back to my old self.
Taking it all!
Oh, she's taking it all. You heard her. All of it.
Rise, my friends!
Back in the hunt.
Keep fighting until we have clear.
Aw, look what you made me
Shomu as Shiva.
It works out.
Another epic victory. Thank
No, you always watch the dub version, I see. If you watch the sub version first, you might feel different. I usually watch sub versions first. Crutch Apple support. Okay. I usually watch sub versions first, and I won't watch a dub after. I'll just like if there's a scene I want to see what it looked like or sound like in English, I'll just like go back a few seconds, change the language to English and see what it sounded like, and then I'll just continue on. I notice, well, it depends on the anime. I usually tend to like how it's said in Japanese most of the time, because it feels more like congruent with the actual emotion of the character. But then there's just some where English is just like the superior, it seems like that the show was made to be, you know, translated in English or to be spoken in English because it's just so much better that way. And for me, Dragon Ball Z was one of those. I hated I hated that bitch voice of Goku. It just sounded so ugly. But like the guy that does play Goku in English, I feel like that's perfect. I love even Vegeta and Piccolo. Like everybody just sounds like they were voiced by who they were meant to be voiced by when it comes to the English dub. And I can't stand the Japanese sound. It ruins all immersion of the show. Like I don't feel like I'm watching Dragon Ball Z. I feel like I'm actually watching an awkward dub, you know? That's what it feels like in Japanese for me, is like it feels like an awkward dub to me. It feels like it was supposed to be in English. But for the most part, Japanese tends to do it better for me. Like English sounded awful in Attack on Titan. English sounded awful on Berserk. English sounded awful on My Hero Academia. It didn't sound bad. Like All Might's voice actor was pretty decent, but it just didn't match up to like how it sounded in Japanese. But Dragon Ball Z English was 100% the best all the way. Also, Pokemon was superior for me in English as well. And I might just be thinking that because that's how I first saw all of them as a kid. But I don't know, maybe. Hard to listen to. Watch Japanese with the good version. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's Sean Shemo. He's the Goku voice actor. Yeah, I love that guy. He does it perfect. Yeah, I respect her because she does a lot of things. I just don't think I don't think the voice matches the face or even personality, quite frankly. I'll be right back. It's funny that I just read that. I was just thinking about something that I heard about. I was gonna say, he said he's a prick in real life, but I respect how much he loves the character of Goku. Yeah, I do respect how much he loves the character of Goku, but also at the same time, I was just thinking before like while I was on my way back, that how was I thinking about it? It was perfect in my mind at the time. I was like. something along the lines of that I heard he could be kind of cringe, because I remember like he was freaking out about the fact that some dude made that DBZ Abridged series, and he was talking about how it's like an abomination to Bro's work, you know, the creator's work, and like Goku would never be depicted like that because he's such that kind of person, and to see somebody simplified to, like, I was like, bro, it's a parody. Like he couldn't just be like, haha, funny parody, bro. Like he took it so seriously. He took it so like personal, and like he wanted to take some kind of action against it, like legal action. Like, bro, you need to chill out. Like you're overreacting about a parody. Like you're allowed to parody anything you want, but like he was just fucking freaking out about it, and it was like, that, to me that was weird. And I was like, I love his voice for the character, but the dude himself is a little weird, is kind of a bit of a weirdo. Yeah, doesn't he also do Piccolo's? He also, because he also does a voice in one of the gacha games that I play, the Zenless Zone Zero game. He does the voice of a character in that too, and he sounds exactly like Piccolo in the game. Argumentative, and he's very rude to fans who ask about Abridged. Yeah, exactly, the Abridged thing. Yeah, he seems a little upset about that. Like a lot of bit upset about that. I don't understand. Hold on, let me see where. Answers questions just to make Sean mad. Wow. That's a little much, man. It's great to be passionate about something like that, but like you gotta respect, you gotta respect that fair use, man. It's just a parody. Parodies are alright. Does Piccolo and Vegeta and Yamcha and Bubbles and a bunch of other side characters. That's kind of crazy. That's cool though. That's one busy man, huh? I'm sure he got paid a lot. Oh, fudge chocolate brownies. He does All Might? That's hella cool. I knew I liked that actor. I knew I liked his voice actor, because I remember I said earlier, like, I didn't really like the way it's My Hero Academia sounded English, except for All Might. Like, he sounded badass. You ever seen that show? Well, he's like the one character that sounds great in the dub version to me. But I think in Japanese, everything else just sounds really a lot more natural and a lot more badass, especially when they're yelling out like their secret moves. Oh, my neck, man. I feel like my head's gonna fall off. Because it is. Oh, fudge. My Hero, except for clips, doesn't seem like yeah, it's not really mine either. I didn't end up finishing it because I tried. Like, there are parts of it that are just really cool because they're fighting scenes, you know, like where they have like badass final punch, fucking final last bang, kamehameha uppercut of death. There's a lot of that cool. There's a lot of that shit in that show, and it's really, really cool when they do those fight scenes. But as for the rest of the show, it's just so corny. It's so gay and corny. It's like really living in the mind of like a really childish and real bitch made bitch boy fucking high school kid, you know? Like a real fucking, like a real little faggot. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but you know what I mean, right? Like, like Midoriya is such a little pain in the ass to listen to. He's a little coward. He's like, he's everybody's little bitch. And he's strong as fuck, but he still acts like such a little bitch. Like, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. But then, like I said, the fights themselves are really, really fun to watch. Yeah, I get that. Saying it's kind of the same with me. Like, even if I hear something's really, really good, it's hit or miss for me. Like, it's either yeah, you're right, this is great, or nah, I really don't like this. Like, for me, that's what Cowboy Bebop. I really don't. The style kills it all for me. Like, I just can't stand that era. That not even era, but like, I don't know what it is about it. It's like everything about it, everything about the entire atmosphere throws me off. I don't like the music. What is that? The secret agent music, and like the everything about the aesthetic, the ambience, the personality of it. I hate it. I hate everything about what Cowboy Bebop is just because of its style, even if it is a great story, you know. I've tried. I've given it a try. But I was like, no, bro, I just cannot get past the style of this show. It makes me want to throw up. Yeah, little girl, little queen, yeah. And Bebop is one of my favorites. I can't stand that bullshit, bro. I'll burn. If somebody could ask me what's one super overrated anime, I would say Cowboy Bebop, because it's just an eyesore for me, really. Like, looking at it makes me want to gouge my eyeballs out. I hate the mouth styles. I hate the drawing styles. I hate the music. I hate how, like, kind of like sounding like it's coming through a radio phony kind of sound of the show, and I just don't like it, man. I hate it. Even the best anime are hit or miss, yeah, because it's a complete miss for me. If you could ask me to delete one anime that most people claim to love a lot, that would be the one, because I just think it's bullshit. I just think it's just an ugly mess on paper. Like, it's so bad if I was a teacher and a child brought that to me as this art project, I'd be like, ew, bitch, not even your parents would like that, you know what I mean? I'm over exaggerating on purpose because I really don't like the show, but I really don't like that show. It's such a eyesore to look at. I don't want to play anything anymore, actually. I just realized, like, as soon as I had that last match, I just got bored of gaming in general for today. What should I do? What in the hell do I do? I don't want to play anything right now. Let me see what I have on the YouTubes. One Piece is a 1 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of One Piece either. It's the most overrated anime, and it's not bad, but fans act like it's about, like, yeah, I mean, maybe it's okay, but you know, like, I got up to a certain point and I just got bored trying to catch. People kept on saying, oh, it's slow, you know, it gets better, and I was like, you know, I believe you, but it's for me it's taking too long it's taking too long to get better, and I just don't want to wait anymore, so I gave up on it. Like, I don't know, maybe 30-40 episodes in. I felt like 30-40 episodes is like the maximum I like in a series in general, but 30 to 40 and nothing's even happened yet, I'm just like, all right, nah, fuck this. I don't want to watch this anymore. I don't think I like long series, even though I've watched a lot of long series as a child, like DBZ, like, you know, like Dragon Ball, like Pokemon, like Yu-Gi-Oh. I watched a lot of long series, but I don't know why. It's like I've gotten older, I've liked long series less and less. Maybe just because I feel like I don't have time to commit to them. I think the last long series that I watched was Bleach, and that was back when I was in the Navy, when I had nothing better to do on my off time but pop in a Bleach DVD and just watch the whole, like, season in a sitting. It gets better. Yeah, that's not a sell for me either. Like, I mean, I believe you. I believe it will get better later, but I feel like you could have just started it good in the first place, and then hooked me in the beginning. You know, like why did it have to get better? It just it could have been good in the beginning too. You know, there are other anime that are good all the way through, not just later it gets better. You know. But anyway. And Bleach did that for me at the time, you know, it like sucked me right into its world right away. The demon, the Shinigami, the turning into the things and blah, blah, blah. It's like, that was cool. Same thing with Pokemon, same thing with, you know, with Dragon Ball. You know, those kind of got to the point, and I liked those. There's a few anime that I watched that they got better, that I was able to sit through and watch, but that's because, like, I forced myself to do it. And yeah, I did end up liking them, but I would have been okay with not having sat through that whole beginning part in the first place and not having had the experience in the first place, because there are none that I can remember that were like that, you know? I don't have any ones that are memorable that did that to me. Don't worry, man. You gotta eat cover for 2 weeks and then you can eat the Fruity Pebbles. But you may have to consume the plastic bag first. That'll take another couple of weeks. Then you can get to the Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, I'll give a show like a fair 5 to 10 episodes myself, and then after that, I was like, okay. I tried to do that with Vinland Saga, and the thing is, like, based on the breakdown of the show that I was given, I do believe that it's a really, really good show. Really, I do. But I can't get past how boring the first few episodes are. Like, I'm just like, oh man, it's too slow for me, and I can't just skip to where it gets good, because then I'll have no idea what led up to this point. They had to have peace for, like, and I know that's important storytelling for some things, but maybe that's not something that I want in anime. I don't mind that storytelling in something that's more interactive. You know, like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, those are games like that, you know, they take forever to start getting good, or for you to even understand what the fuck is going on in the first place. But that's my preferred style of that type of media. You know, the it gets better type. The type that I can immerse myself in personally, where I'm doing the learning more for it to get better. I don't want to watch that journey. I want to play it, if that makes sense. I agree, man. Fillers of plastic bags. Hmm. Oh no, please let go, but she swallowed my freaking leg hole like an egg roll. Bruh. There's been this little beef going on um between these gacha game creators. It's just so funny to just see these gacha game creators beefing with each other, because just a bunch of nerds snorting and giving actualies to each other, and it's hilarious. But like, damn, it's some serious stuff. That storytelling is important, but only a bad writer front loads their work with. Yeah, I agree. Mm. Oh man. Man, The Boys is just such an awful show now. Like it's insufferable to watch. Like it was so good, and then it just got really exaggerated. And like I see what they're doing. It was sort of political at first, and now it's super political and in one specific side. Actually, my wife, who has thicker thighs, exactly. Like it's some cringe shit. Well, the beef is about just one guy. This he's super. He's so like egotistical. This guy. Like I started watching his videos. Like he was one of the first dudes that I found for this game that I've been playing, because he does have a lot of informative stuff. Like he breaks down characters really well. He teaches how to play certain teams and certain play styles, certain characters, describe how things work. But then I started seeing like the other side of his content, which is just him always just dogging on other content creators, like always calling, oh, this guy's a retard, this guy's stupid, this guy's awful at the game. It's like he never has anything good to say about anybody else, and he's like always like fancies himself the most intelligent and the most talented gacha game player in the history of gacha games, and nobody can ever be as smart or talented or as creative or whatever as him. Like he's like that, and he's like picked on so many people that all those people like collectively started like exposing him for what he's like, and it's just like, oh my gosh, dude, this is insane. And I always thought too, you know, I was like, bro, this guy talks so much shit. Eventually, they're gonna like all these people that he keeps talking shit about are gonna dogpile on him, and sure enough, that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they started doing. They all started banding together and exposing how much he's kind of, you know, kind of a piece of shit, to be kind of honest. And like, at least if he would have been turned around and be like, man, yeah, no, I fucked up, I shouldn't have been like that. But like, he doubles down, which is the bad part, is that he'll double down on his BS and then claim victim.
Elden Ring is a huge game, and the gameplay only...
I didn't click nothing. Watch The Boys. When lots of people recommend something to me, I assume it's pretty bad. Well, the thing is, it was good for the first few seasons, and then it became kind of, like I said, over politicized. They're just making it's just an allegory to Homelander being Donald Trump and literal Nazis, like literally Nazis. Like there's a girl that he was fucking in the show, and she was a hero that was really old, and back in her day she was a Nazi. Like, so he's sleeping with a Nazi. Like it just got super political. It's so blatant, and there's no substance to the show anymore. It's all just now just seems to be picking on Homelander to make him look as much of a bitch as possible, because they're trying to make him the image of Donald Trump. So it's like he's just being a punching bag in place for people to make it, you know. It's just like, I get it. You guys hate Trump, but like the show, man, it was so good, and you ruined it just to keep on making these stupid political statements and like this man bashing behavior. It just got lame. It got really lame. And it's super gay too. Like there's always just dick on dick all the time. Like it's probably like one of the most. It started out sort of neutral left leaning, and then it just got super like colorful hair, nose ring, left, like it just far leftism bullshit. It just got kind of cringe. I can still appreciate a good show no matter who makes it, but they stopped making it good. It's just to make fun of political opponents at this point, and it's too blatant to take seriously. Yeah, it's super cringe. And what's even more cringe is they try to like make callbacks to previous times where they do things like that to like call themselves out, like, we were being cringe, but like there's nothing redeeming about it because they continue to do it anyway. You know, remember that cringe president joke we made? Yeah, we remember that too. It was kind of retarded, huh? But then they'll make like an even more egregious one later. And it all has to do with things that, you know, rape, pedophilia, Nazism. Is like, it's only getting worse and worse. You can't just keep calling back to be like, oh, we're just breaking the fourth wall to let you know that we're just making jokes. And it's like, yeah, we see what you're doing. You know, like pretending to make it a joke by making a joke of the joke. And it's just, it's not working. Like, I see through what you're doing. And the whole show is just this now. Like, nothing makes sense in the show anymore. What's anybody doing anymore? What's the point of? But yeah, it was good. It's now not good. Yeah, I don't watch anything anymore for them. I don't really watch much of anything anymore either. Like, even like Invincible, gay, boring, kind of stupid show too. What have I watched recently that I was actually kind of? I really liked Free Run. I liked Free Run a lot. I thought it was really fucking good because it got right down to the core of like a lot of really human things. And it didn't shy away from heavy topics. I liked that, but in like not in an overblown way. Like, it didn't have to be fantastic. It was like normal every day, but still serious. I really liked that about that show. What else have I watched lately that I liked? I finally finished Attack on Titan, but I wasn't very satisfied with the ending. Not that I hated it, but I just didn't. I guess I didn't fully understand it. And even if I did, I'm glad I finished it. Maybe it would have meant more to me if I watched it back when I was really into it. What else? What have I watched recently that I liked? Let me see. Let me open up my Crunchyroll. People keep saying that Crunchyroll is bad for some reason. I guess they have like a bunch of liberals translating the shows for them, and they're like inserting their left liberal ideology into it. But I've never seen anything like that. My neck, bro. Oh. What was I watching last? Oh, Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man was pretty cool. Like, at first, I thought it was a little like weird with main character being just like a big pervert, but I didn't understand really the reason behind why he was being like that until I kind of started looking into it a little bit more. I realized it's kind of like a sort of like an exposition of like kind of sexual manipulation of men that nobody really talks about, because like how is a man gonna complain about a girl coming on to him, you know? But constantly in that show he has like older women coming onto him as a minor, and like it's just not a problem because, hey, they're girls. What are you gonna snitch on a girl? You know, like, what are you, a pussy? You're not just gonna fuck an older woman? Even though it is not really completely bothering him, still, just to see that it's like how easily it is to take advantage of things like that, of situations like that, the hypocrisy behind it, you know? So that kind of made it more interesting watching it through. Huh? Probably. Could be. I don't deny anything as a possibility anymore. I haven't watched stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen. I keep hearing about it, but they just don't seem like my style, to be honest. You know, that pretty boy overpowered type shit. Overpowered pretty boy type shit. It might be good. It's just like the idea of it doesn't really stand out to me very much. Bleach, I loved Bleach. I have no idea what this. I just see this character everywhere. This Marine character, the blonde gal bitch or whatever. I think that's what she is, the Garu. But I have no idea what that show's actually about. I see a lot of these always like on clips on YouTube and stuff, but just not that interested. Illuminati. Ah, yeah, that's what it is. The Illuminati. I've never heard of any of these anime. Are these supposed to be popular? Recent English dubs on no, they're just recently added or something. This one, I've seen a lot of this one too, with that blue-haired chick and the witch with the hat. I have no idea what that's about either, but I see all kinds of stuff about it. This is the one about the volleyball players, huh? Never watched that either, but when I was living in Japan, this one was pretty popular. This boys playing volleyball show, like there was posters of it everywhere, bro. Like it was such a I don't know why, but this was a huge anime in Japan. Maybe it was huge here too. I don't know. I was living there at the time, so I only knew what I saw there. Oh, my neck! Dude, I don't know what I did, if I slept wrong or something, but like my neck is killing me. I can't move it very much. Yeah. Word. Oh. Full Metal Alchemist was fucking really good too. Another long one, but was good from the very beginning, so you wanted to keep watching it. You heard about this fucking idiot who tried to shoot the president?
Today, the suspect behind the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner is scheduled for his arraignment.
The alleged gunman, a 31-year-old man from California, reportedly charging through a security checkpoint and opening fire. Local 10's Michaela Hightower is in the newsroom with a breakdown ahead of the court hearing today. Michaela.
Eric and Alexis, very unsettling what happened over the weekend. And this morning, we're getting a closer look at the charges and the moments leading up to the heart-stopping scene. Investigators are now digging into the suspect's background and a message he allegedly sent just before the attack. Federal charges are now filed against the man accused of storming a high-security event at the White House and opening fire.
2 counts, assault of a federal officer, and using a firearm during a crime of violence.
These are the moments attendees at the White House Correspondent Dinner ducked for their lives after Secret Service say the suspect, Cole Thomas Allen, allegedly ran through a security checkpoint and began shooting. A single bullet hitting a Secret Service agent with a bulletproof vest on before agents tackled the suspect to the ground.
He just went to it and then boom, he popped through it. He was fast. When you look at it on tape, it's almost like a blur. As soon as they saw that, you could see them draw their guns.
The 31-year-old suspect is hours from a court appearance after being charged with assault on a federal officer and using a firearm during a crime of violence. On Sunday, FBI agents seen outside of a home linked to the suspect in Torrance, California, a suburb outside Los Angeles. Experts are combing through a message sent by the suspect to family members just before the attack. Investigators say in that note, among other things, the suspect expressed.
Damn, and he didn't get killed for that. He fired at somebody. He hit a Secret Service member with a vest on, and they still didn't kill him. But the Republicans are the violent murderers, right? Like they could have easily justified shooting this guy to death, but they didn't do that. They didn't do that, and they took him down with his life. That's crazy, right? Like the irony that the right, Republicans are Nazi dictators who kill everybody that oppose them, yet this assassin opens fire where the president is and shoots somebody, but still gets taken down without getting killed. That's insane. That's so ironic. That's super ironic. Yeah, it's a third time. Third attempt. I think. Well, third. I thought there was a dude that shot him in the ear. There was this one. I don't remember what the third one is. The other one is. No, it's a White House correspondence. It wasn't at the White House. It was White House correspondence. So it was like I think it was like some hotel lobby or something. I don't remember. But yeah, Full Metal Alchemist was amazing.
His political.
But remember, the right is the party. The Republican Party is the party of fascism and of Nazism and of censorship and dictatorship. Remember, Republicans are the evil ones. Even though they let this guy who just tried to assassinate the president live after opening fire and hitting somebody.
Anger
Insane.
And his intention to target administration officials.
It's so ironic.
He writes this quote, "Administration officials, they are targets." And he also wrote this, "I'm no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes." What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're helping.
Look at this. She gave an underhanded ass comment too. So like, she's interviewing him about his attempted assassination attempt, and she's still giving underhanded, stupid little sly comments. Like, oh man, this is. I never used to be political at all, but it was after seeing this whole thing that's been happening within the past few years that made me realize, yeah, I'm nothing like people on the left, like nothing at all. I just don't. I don't understand how a lot of them can think the way that they do.
Horrible people.
And like, I'm not fully like, because I don't stand anywhere completely. I'm not registered. I'm not even registered to vote. But like, the more I see what people are acting like on both sides, the more I like veer away from anybody that identifies with the left for the most part, you know?
People, horrible people. Yeah, he did write that.
If he's no longer willing to officials, they are targets. And he also wrote this, "I'm no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes." What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're helping.
She brings up the rapist, pedophile, because like, what kind of position does that put him in to bring that up, right? To come out with rapist, pedophile accusations in the middle of this interview. She knew what she was
horrible
doing.
people, horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
But, do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me.
That what she did right there? When she said, "Oh, you think he was referring to you?" She know damn well who the fuck he was referring to. Come on, like, if the guy that came to assassinate Donald Trump writes in a book right before his assassination attempt says, you know, I'm not gonna allow a rapist, pedophile person to put my crimes on his hands. Who's he talking about? Obviously him. And then she's over here like, "Oh, do you think he was talking about you? Bitch, you know damn well he was talking about him. And you brought that up on purpose, you know?"
I'm not a pedophile. You read that crap from some sick person.
As for the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the president says his team will be planning another one. He still wants to attend that one as well. Until then, our attention is on the suspect who will be making his...
But man, sometimes Trump can say such stupid shit too, to make it feel like, you know, like I'm on your side most of the time, but sometimes you can say some dumb shit. Like, why did you have to say that? You give people reasons to kind of like pick at you, you know what I mean? He argues like a 12-year-old girl. Yeah. He shuddered. He didn't take that though. Is that the dude didn't eat lead? Yeah, exactly. He didn't die. He didn't die during that. Meanwhile, like, liberals will kill their own kind. They'll tear each other apart. But not, I don't mean we, but Republicans won't even kill their own enemies because that's not what they're looking to do. They're not trying to harm people. They're not trying to hurt people. They're actually trying to come to actual mutual understandings. For the most part, I know there's shitty people on every side, but you know what I mean. Like there's just no comparison. The percentage is highly skewed to like the liberal left. Let's all just tear each other apart. Do you know the way? Fudge my neck, dude. I think I'm better than this guy. Why we were told to hate Nickelback? It started on 9/11. What? What does Nickelback have to do with 9/11? And bro was from California too. Like, man, people just make California look worse and worse and worse, man. Like, I swear, if I were to meet anybody from another state, introduce myself and tell them that I was from California, they'd probably hate me on the spot, unless it was a Democrat majority state. But if I went to like any Republican or state in the country and told them that I was from California, they'd probably want to keep a distance from me. I'd have to prove myself. Civil War II, races versus retards. Yeah. Why the declining birth rate is none of Gen Z's business. Yeah, it's not Gen Z's fault at all. I mean, shit, it's not even millennials' fault. It started out with the fucking boomers. Boomers hoarded all the wealth and then blamed us for not being able to acquire any of it. They locked every dollar in all their funds, and now like that inflation is at an all-time high. Millennials, Gen Z, everything after just had no chance to catch up. Racists win. Yeah, the racists, right? I finally got to talk to my mom and my sister about the whole protesting ICE thing, and I got them to like legitimately hear me out and like see, because I know my family. Nobody in my family is super political. Most of us knew nothing about politics all of our lives, and then suddenly everything is political now because the world is guiding you to believe that you have to be, that you either have to hate Trump, or not the world, the left is trying to do that, and you know, this area that I live in is so predominantly leftist. But the thing is, like, I have leftist friends, and we hang out all the time, and they're like pretty left leaning, but not obviously not hard enough to be fucking maniacs. But like, despite the fact that we disagree on like everything, they still we have a respectful relationship with each other, because like, I'm not afraid to just flat out disagree with some of the things that they think or that they believe, you know what I mean? Or their opinions on, you know, the administration or whatever. But with my mom and my sister, I was able to just finally like have a talk to them. Like, what's exactly going on? Like this whole what you're doing with ICE protesting thing. Like, you're making yourself look like an idiot. You really are. And like, you've been getting more and more like this, you know, ever since I joined the Navy. And I don't want, I used to say it was my fault because I left and I was no longer like the you know, the head male figure in the house. It was never my job to do that. Although she's my sister and I feel bad. The truth is, it really wasn't my response. I couldn't put my entire life on hold to raise my sisters. You know, like, it really wasn't my burden to bear. That sounds probably kind of selfish to say, but I can't create my life and run others at the same time. I was like 20. But anyways, since I had been gone, everybody here just got a lot more political. And my mom and my sister are both so convinced that they hate Trump, but they don't know why. And then after having a conversation with them about the whole, you know, situation, who's actually getting deported, you know, why the deportations are happening, and like the absurdity of the protesting that she's doing, because like, I mean, what are you protesting for? To keep, you know, rapists and criminals and drug dealers around? I just don't understand. And I was able to, like, you know, make sense to them, which was pretty cool. Yes. Yeah. Like I said, my family don't have any political leaning. They just go with what they think they're supposed to go with. And then, like, my mom was trying to make a case that you know, because she's from Mexico, I should be on her side. It's like, no, that's not the way that works. You know, like, you guys were able to get here legally, and we were born American legally also. You know, like, that's not who, you know, like, you are not who we're protecting here, because you already have the rights that you've got granted to you. You did them through the proper channels. The people that are being kicked out aren't you. That's why you're not kicked out of the country. That's why you haven't been deported by ICE. You did not come illegally. Why are we protesting? Why are we defending people that forced their way in here? Oh, because your family of people who did do that. That's what it is. It's hypocrisy. It's a double standard, because a lot of people who are legal residents, who will or friends with somebody who's a legal resident, or friend, like, just married to somebody who has family of people who have come in illegally. It's just basically like covering their tracks. You know, it's like, I'm going to protect, like, I'm a legal resident, but I want to protect my family and the people that I know who came in here illegally, because, you know, they're illegals. So I'm going to stand up for them in their stead. That's what a lot of it is, you know? And it's, to me, it's like, I don't care, man. If you deserve to be here, you'll come back. There's a lot of people who have been deported and have gotten their residence back almost immediately, because they were able to prove that they had a good, stable life, job. Like, you know, like, there's this dude I was watching the news about, Mexican guy who came here illegally, but he had a wife and he had a family and a job, like, legitimately, and he was able to prove that. And within just a couple of weeks, he already had permanent residency, and he came right back immediately, because he was actually, like, contributing to society. And the people that we're getting rid of aren't those people, you know, like, because even somebody who was illegal got to come back almost immediately, because he was able to prove that he was you know, a contributing part of society. Those aren't the people getting kicked out of the country. You can't even call her anymore? Nah, that's rough. That doesn't make a lot of sense on her own strife and own hard work to protect. Yeah, exactly. Like, why are you not standing up for what you've done? Like, you had to work your ass off to get your right to live here. Why do other people just get to walk across freely? And not only that, but don't get real jobs, because they can't get real jobs because they're illegal. And if they tried, they'd get found out and get deported. So they do illegal shit like sex trafficking, drug trafficking. You know, they do the bad stuff. They do the things that they can do because they're illegal and they can make money and they can get, and they can, you know, just like live under the radar for as long as possible. Like, that's the difference between you and them. It's not like you're protecting good, honest people who are trying to make a living, because if they were that good and honest, they would have just done things the right way in the first place. And the ones that are good and honest are getting their citizenship back immediately, like not citizenship, but residence back immediately, only days after initial deportation, because they just have to, you know, like, they just have to like just prove that they're contributing to society, which happens all the time. Yeah, I don't quite understand where she's coming from. I'm glad you talked to her. Yeah, I'm glad, because she was able to see it through and be like, yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't really think about exactly who it was they were deporting. I was just thinking, I was like, yeah, you weren't just thinking, because you're not actually like paying attention to the, like, actually watch the stuff that's going on. Don't just listen to what people are telling you, you know? It's making a fool out of you and making us do stupid things like my sister going out to a fucking rally that she really doesn't even know what the hell's going on. Like, I remember asking her about it. She had no idea why she was there, why she was protesting. She was just told Donald Trump bad, and all my friends agree with this cause, therefore I agree too. And everything I asked her, she was like, I don't know. Like, do you know who's deporting? Yeah, good, honest citizens. I was like, that had never happened once. And like, just showing through all the evidence, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know. Okay, I just heard. Like, they always default to the truth. Like my that's the funny thing about my sisters and my mom, is that they'll put up a big fight, but they can't win in a logic argument with me for the most part, most of the time. So they'll finally come and be like, all right, fine, okay, I just heard that that's what I'm supposed to feel, or I'm just acting out of emotion right now. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. But luckily, it wasn't a big thing. Like, my family aren't a bunch of lunatics. They're hurt people, but they're not lunatics. They can listen to reason and see when they were wrong and when they were, you know, following a trend rather than following their own intuition or their own logic. But yeah, this show's getting bad. What the hell happened? It's just trendy. It's something people actually don't care about. Usually, just something to do. Yeah, I've never given a shit about politics all my life. Like, I've been able to get by without worrying about politics once. But it's been since as of late where I've been starting to really worry about, because things are getting like noticeably bad around here, you know? Like, there's a level of crime, death, like drug related death, homelessness, and just overall crime in my city that didn't ever used to be here. Like, this used to be a nice place to live. Now, like, I'm getting followed back by, I'm being followed home by fucking fentanyl addicts while I'm walking my dog, and like, shit didn't used to be like that out here. And it's a direct product of how like this country's been ran in the past few years since I've been in the Navy and been in Japan. So it's like, for the first time, I felt like it was really affecting me, and that's why I've been starting noticing. But I've never been politically affiliated all of my life. In fact, I actually thought for the longest time Obama was like the greatest president in the world. Why? For no other reason other than because people told me that he is. I had no idea what he did both of his terms. You know, I never saw a single conference with him. I never saw him actually speak live. Everything I ever heard from him was always in memes or in, like, you know, recordings. I never knew a single thing that Obama was doing. I just believed he was a good president because people said so. You got that thing on you? What is that about?
I'm always underneath the bright lights. So, I need a face wash that's oil-free.
But yeah, Gen V has been canceled.
Oh no!
Weren't they going to do like The Boys Mexico and Gen V and
Well, they said they've
Bought Rising.
Yeah, that was it. It was just like every time he spoke, he just like he had charisma for sure, and that was like it. You know, but even narcissists have a lot of charisma. That doesn't make you a good person. I'm not calling Obama a narcissist. I'm just saying like you can be you know a likable person and not have good intentions. So, but for me, it was always listen to him speak and being very funny. What's going on over there? You know, I always thought he was a cool dude, but it's like being a cool dude doesn't make you a good leader. Gun for what? Like I don't know. Wait, what are we referring to? I might have forgotten something that we talked about.
Prequel series.
Gen V's been cancelled. However, the characters will show up in other VCU projects.
the plot.
The fuck was that?
VCU projects.
It's a puppet just pulled a puppet off.
Cinematic universe.
Made that the way Gen. So I could see had early whoever lives in Gen V. It happened. The Boys
Sure.
is not good. This is a bad season.
It's a bad season of what is now a bad show. There's more bad than good.
See, it's really bad
all
now.
Homelander. So without Homelander, I don't know how you're even going to dream. It is so far off. It is so far off the comic. That's why I can't wait for this series to end. Because there's a video out there. I think it's got 5 or 6 million views. That's objectively not true. Boys comic book is of its time, and it is really trapped in that, and it's dated. Awful people. Homelander, maybe.
Well, there's a moment in this episode where they go, he wants to show that he's God, and they go, well, we could part the ocean and send the asylum seekers back. I'm like, well, it would work for me. That'd convince me. Then there was a few things throughout the show.
Yeah, that was just lame. Oh, also this show makes fun of a lot of fun of and of Christianity too. So it's just like trying to poke one side a lot, and you could just tell it's just gone really, really personal for them or something. You said you got fiends following you home on the. Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't know that's what you were responding to that. And no, I don't have a gun. Carrying a gun in California is a little bit more. It's a little bit more of a pain in the ass than it is in most other states. I mean, you can buy one, but like the laws to how you are allowed to carry them around are very, very tight. I actually don't. I'm pretty sure you can't ever carry on your person. I'm not 100% sure about the law. I haven't tried. The last time I tried to buy a gun, I got put in jail because of some false allegations that I got tied up with because of my ex-wife, man. I'm telling you, my ex-wife kind of ruined my life, man. She's the only reason I ever learned about what a narcissist is because of my ex-wife. Like, she was the worst, dude. She was the worst. She put me in massive amounts of debt. She put me in so much legal trouble. It was the reason that my entire career in the Navy ended up really getting fucked up. But like, I was so hurt and needy for love and attention that I let her do all that shit to me. I let her do all of it. I even married her stupid ass. But yeah. Legally, right, correct. Yeah, she was a demoness for sure. But yeah, like trying to buy that first gun in Virginia, that shit almost got me caught up with a felony, and that scared me so much ever since, even though the charges got dropped because, you know, just things worked out well. I've been afraid to go back and buy another gun ever since. I was like, yeah, nah, maybe it's just not meant for me. That's God's way of telling me you don't need one. You're gonna be fine without it. I don't have any problem with guns. I love guns. I just maybe I'm not meant to have one. Get a little something to just coat on the wall. Yeah, I should probably like carry around like a taser or some pepper spray or something. You know what I mean? Maybe not a taser because I'd have to get too close to use that. Like pepper spray is pretty good. Like the bear spray type, the one that sprays in a cloud so that you can't miss. You know, I'd never be able to carry that around. Oh, I don't know. I just go with what? Oh. The stock market opened up. How did it go? Okay. Not crazy. Oh, my neck, brother. Look at that. I'm up a little bit on some, down a little bit on some others. Looking good overall. Yeah, but anyways. Them burgers look fucking fire, dog. Like, super good. There you go, non-lethal. Yeah. And I'm not against... Yeah. I'm not against non-lethal ways of defending yourself. I don't want to kill anybody. You know what I mean? Even a knife is a little... Have to be... Kill me, kill me. Man, addicts are ridiculous. They're scared. They're fucking freaky, man. They're scary. It seems like they do it. They're demon possessed, man. These spent addicts. They're also trying to pass a law out here in California. Somebody even tried to get me to sign a petition during one of our a group meeting that we do here to like pass a law for they wanted me to be. They asked me if I was registered to vote in this county. I'm not, and I told them so. I told them that I'm not because they wanted me to vote on this thing to pass this law to make it illegal for journalists like Nick Shirley, you know, the guy that's been exposing all the Somalian leering center fraud that they've been doing, and he's been doing that here in California too, like investigating fraudulent businesses. And California's trying to pass a law to make it illegal for journalists to basically do journalism. So like they don't see what they're doing. Like what they're doing is fascistic by definition. Trying to censor certain types of media to not make them look bad. Not only censor it, but make it illegal and punish them for it. It's insane. And I was like, look, even if I was registered to vote in this fucking county, I would not vote. I would not sign this bullshit. And of course, the person who presented to me was some chubby female with the side of her hair cut, colorful upper top bun having nose ring wearing cow. I shouldn't talk bad about her like that. That's mean, but a clear super liberal. That's good. I be cooking sometimes too. Or I cook. Actually, I cook every day. I haven't eaten anything I haven't cooked in over a year. But it's mostly the same stuff. You think these leaks of Elden Ring movie are real?
The Elden Ring
you think it's
movie
really
will
happening?
absolutely shock you. The upcoming Elden Ring movie, directed by Alex Garland, is set to release in March 2028. Though still 2 years away, leaks from the London film set have already begun to surface, and they suggest that the movie will diverge significantly from the game's plot. Recent footage first shared by Unbox reveals Sith's designed to resemble Leyndell, but this isn't the Leyndell we know from the game. Instead of a ruined post-war capital devoid of ordinary life, the set shows bustling streets filled with normal people. Polygon article reports that the set environments shift between intact lively architecture to shattered ruins. This strongly hints at the dual timeline narrative, pre-shattering war, a period never shown in game, where society thrived. They called it the Age of Plenty, and Queen Marika was very young here.
Man, how cool. I'm so afraid though.
And post
I'm afraid they're gonna
war. The ruined world players already experienced.
Oh, that's
was
Marika.
Very young here.
Oh look, that's Marika. They got Marika there. I'm afraid, man. I'm so afraid they're gonna fuck it up. I'm afraid to watch it and it's gonna be awful. I like California. There's like two main cultures there that contrast so hard. I think it's interesting to extreme. Yeah, I love California. I just don't like its like political affiliation, really. You know, like California is great. So many beautiful places, so many amazing things to do. There's and people used to be a lot more cool and chill until like I don't know. It was different. It was different back in the day. Like it felt actually cool to say I'm from California. Now it's kind of like it feels kind of lame. I wouldn't play
here. And post-shattering war, the ruined world players already experienced in the game. If true, this approach could bring to the big screen much of Elden Ring's lore that was previously conveyed only through environmental storytelling. One of the most striking leaks involved the loathsome Dung Eater. He appears in full game-accurate armor, publicly executed at the gallows while a crowd boos and belts him with debris. This raises intriguing questions about his role in the film's expanded plot. We've got Alex Garland with his movie crew, and they look like they're putting in tremendous work. Other set details highlight Elden Ring's layered society. Nobles guarded by Leyndell soldiers, imageries of precarious academy cages, and hints at Rennala and Marika's transformation into Radagon. Perhaps the most exciting reveal is Marika herself, portrayed by the actress Emma Laird. There's something very important to say here. On set, she's been seen with both braids intact, a detail that places these scenes firmly before the Shattering War. Fans will recall that Marika cut one braid when she sealed the Realm of Shadow and began her wars. This means the film will explore her early reign, offering fresh insight into her character and motivations. Key takeaways: the movie will not strictly follow the game's plot. Expect a dual timeline structure, pre- and post-Shattering Wars, iconic characters,
yeah. The Vatos. Hey, Vato.
such
What's
as
up,
the
Holmes?
Dung Eater and
My dad
Marika
was a
will
Vato.
appear in expanded roles, among others. The film
And then he got
seems to
deported.
promise to flesh out Elden Ring's lore in ways the game only hinted at with its environmental storytelling. This is the video for today, guys. Like and subscribe for more updates about Elden Ring, and I do other videos such as Stalker and other games. I'll see you on the next one.
Grinding. I like this guy. This dude is the voice actor for Blade, and he just plays the game. I don't know why I like that.
Something's out today. We get to use some Ancestral Sword today. The new PvE. Ooh-wee. We at it, baby.
I like this character.
We're here. Hellfire.
When I lived in Cali, I lived in Sacramento. I've been only in Sacramento a small handful of times, and I think like the first time was for a school field trip to the capital. Super hoods. I've been to. I mean, I've lived in a lot of parts of California. I've lived in LA itself. I lived in, in Long Beach. I've lived in Orange County. I lived in all parts of the Bay Area, like here now in the East Bay, but I've lived up in the Castro Valley area down the middle. I've lived in the groves, like in the middle where all the oranges are, where they grow all the oranges and all the fruits and nuts. I've lived right there. I've lived with cows. I've moved so much in my early life, and it was all over across California. I think the only parts of California I never lived in was like up north, where it's nice and snowy and richer, where the more wealthy people lived. Stockton, yeah. Long Beach was a freaky place to live in, even at that time, even when I was younger. But I was a kid, so I remember taking the bus regularly when I lived out there. I hated taking the bus. I have like this desire to eat something, but I'm not really hungry. I just want to eat. Ooh, dog. Oh. That flavor mix is really nice. Damn. Did it spill too? That shit sucks. He never wore that.
Black Cat is here and is considered one of the hardest duelists to play, with people calling her terrible and underpowered.
Yeah, she's only terrible and underpowered to you guys because you fucking suck. No spill? Thank God. Thank goodness. That would make.
Sometimes it's hard to know what exactly you're looking for in a villain until you see it unfold on screen.
I'm gonna play a little bit of this while I go whip up a burger patty real quick.
As someone who's not big into superheroes, it takes a lot to pull me in. But Amazon Prime's The Boys is tailor-made to win over skeptics, with its original action sequences, tongue-in-cheek dialogue, and well-written characters. However, there's undeniably one character who stands out from the pack, who you almost wait to arrive back on screen, who you can't look away from. It would be so easy for an evil character like this to feel one note, to play him like just another bad guy acting out of self-interest rather than principle. But Anthony Starr manages to make his antagonist not just menacing or megalomaniacal, but sensitive, insecure, funny, narcissistic, and childish, which makes him, despite everything he's done, likable. You don't want him to win, but you enjoy watching him so much that you're not ready for him to lose. At just 20 years old, the Kiwi actor started his career by playing David in Xena Warrior Princess. He was then mostly known for his leading roles in Banshee and Outrageous Fortune. So when the opportunity to audition for The Boys came along, Starr was instinctively disinterested, as he was busy with other projects. So he reluctantly filmed a quick audition tape just to get the producers off his back. Little did he know that this nonchalant approach was exactly what they were looking for. And it was now, at the age of 44, that he would take on a role that would propel him into stardom and take the internet by storm, as his dynamic facial expressions are a match made in heaven with modern meme culture. But what is it about this performance that makes it not just engaging and enjoyable, but feel instantly iconic? Let's take a deeper look at how Anthony Starr perfected Homelander in The Boys. We'll start with the physicality of the character. Despite behaving like a villain, Homelander views himself as the real hero. He's the most powerful being this planet has ever seen, and it shows in how Starr carries himself. He regularly adopts the Superman power pose with his hands on his hips, and he's generally dismissive of the people he's talking to by turning his back to them and looking out the window. This body language signals that the character believes everyone else is beneath him, and therefore they should have a lesser say on what transpires. He should be leading, he should be in charge. And although Anthony is completely different in real life to the villain he portrays on screen, this is clearly a case of perfect casting, as there are elements of his natural physicality that he infuses into this performance that add dimensions to the character. For example, hand gestures. Unlike almost everyone else on screen, who keeps their hands to themselves, Homelander is very handsy. Whether he's holding his hands out as he attempts to plead his case, extending his arms out to embrace as much attention as possible, or pointing his finger aggressively to coerce the people around him. For the viewer, all of these big hand gestures steal our attention away from everyone else, and keeps the focus on him, which is exactly what a narcissist like Homelander wants. All the supporting cast members actually feed into the dominance of this performance by playing it more reserved around Anthony, as if they were also being very handsy and active, that it would look like two equals competing. Whereas this way we can easily see the power dynamic in the room by how restrained everyone else is forced to be. Even if he isn't, Homelander must feel like he's in charge. This is his world, and you're just living in it. This is further exemplified in how Homelander physically touches everything and everyone around him, even though they would never dare do the same to him. Whereas he just takes what he wants, as if everyone automatically belongs to him, physically reminding everyone that they're just his toys to play with. If someone won't do as he wishes, he'll even go as far as to physically puppet master them, guiding their limbs to do as he asked to strip them of their agency. This shows just how controlling Homelander is. Like a spoiled child, he refuses to be told no. This leads directly into the next key, intimidation. Homelander knows the power he possesses, which makes all of these little touches to the hand, torso, or face instantly more threatening. He's letting them feel his presence. Without these subtle moments of physical contact, it's just two characters talking. But with them, Starr is showing us how his character gets what he wants. Once we see his gloved hand on someone's neck, whether it's squeezing or just resting there, it's a reminder of who's really in charge here, and how vulnerable everyone around him is. When it comes to positioning himself to intimidate others, the actor will either hover behind his co-star so that they feel the dreaded uncertainty of what might be happening outside their field of vision, or if he really wants to coerce his subject, to show he's serious, he'll look them directly in the eye with no blinking for an extended period of time, stepping closer and closer as he does it. This makes the audience and the victim feel their options narrowing with every step he takes, and puts all the focus and power back on him.
And if I keep blinking, it weakens me. But if I'm talking to you, and I don't blink, and I just keep going, you start to listen to what I'm saying.
Lots of actors use eye contact to gain power in a scene, as the longer they don't blink, the more it underlines the sincerity of their intentions. But it's so effective for this particular character because Homelander's most dangerous weapon is his laser vision. So by choosing to widen his eyes and holding eye contact, it creates an added feeling of danger. This isn't like looking a normal person in the eye, it's more like staring down the barrel of a gun, waiting for it to go off. Next is externalizing the internal, and this is the real sign of a gifted actor, finding a way to let the audience under the...
He seems like the star of the show. He is. I mean, like, it might not... Who is this true star of the show? I guess you'd want to say Huey, which is the guy whose girlfriend got exploded by the speedster when he ran through her. He just ran through her like so fucking fast, she just turned into a cloud of like red, and bones just started raining down like fucking Mortal Kombat. It was disgusting. Oh, it was so disgusting. It was like an actual Mortal Kombat fatality. Finish him. Runs through the girl, explodes her, blood, guts, and bones just fall fucking from the sky from this speedster running right through her like that. It was disgusting, dude. It was so disgusting. How hyper realistic it looked too. Yeah, just turned her into a pile of goop. And I like, it starts out with him, and I don't know who. The main character would have to be Homelander, because it's just too. Without him, there is no show, obviously. But I mean, like, seriously, there's just no show. And this guy, he carries the show with his performance. He's just so good at it. And it's just a shame what they did to the show now, because they've just made him just look like. They just made his character the biggest bitch boy, and it was just so, like I said, the political messaging is just so blatant now.
Skin of the character so that we know what they're feeling and even thinking without actually needing to hear them speak. So if Star doesn't blink when he wants to show strength, intimidate, and coerce, then it's only natural that when he wants to
like it actually does give you that feeling when you're watching the show. Like, the guy is so intimidating, Homelander, that, like, I feel like I'm in danger when I'm watching. Like, I'm so in anticipation. I'm so scared that someone's gonna die at in every instance that I see this guy on screen. The way he looks, the way he stares, the way he speaks, the way he just blatantly talks about people. Like, he has a son, and he tells his son, because his son finally inherits powers, and his son accidentally kills a guy by pushing him too hard. He pushed the guy so hard that he flew into a wall and splat on it. And his son was like devastated by that. Like, he's like, I killed him, I didn't mean to. Like, he was crying, he's like, I can't believe it happened. He's like, it's all right, man, don't worry about it. They'll get over it. They'll find another guy to replace him. He's like, but Dad, I killed him. He's like, you're worried about him that he died? But his son, they're just humans. They're just like for our entertainment. That's all they're here for. Like, he sells it like a true psychopath. The actor is just so fucking good. He carries the show. He really does. And just like I said, what they've done to it now, it's such a tragedy.
Showcases characters' insecurity, he does the exact opposite. So every time we see Homelander not get his way or be made doubt just himself, like he's taken by surprise and has to.
But I would argue that Anthony Starr does it for Homelander even better than they did it for Omni-Man. Like, this just was so good at first.
Process what's even happening, and Anthony gets that across by blinking repeatedly.
You don't do vengeance.
Go away!
Buddy, it's okay.
Leave us alone!
Ryan, this is a good thing.
Think of each blink like a blow to his ego that's psychologically shattering his self-confidence, and it takes him a moment to put the pieces back together again. If he gets betrayed by someone he thought he could trust, or feels genuine fear, like when he hears Soldier Boy is back, he takes it a step further, and physically shuts his eyes completely to retreat into himself to hide like a little boy. So with Star's Homelander, the eyes really are the window into his soul. On top of that, anything that makes him feel insecure triggers a series of physical twitches, as if the emotions bubbling underneath are fighting their way to the surface. Whether it's through anxiously tapping his fingers, jingling his leg, or subtly clenching his jaw like he's grinding his teeth, he's always active. It's so rare that the character is purely static. This is part of what makes Star's performance so special. He has an exceptional level of control over the micro-expressions in his face, genuinely second to none. There are so many little moments throughout the show where we can see the character's feelings physically traveling through his face in a way we've never encountered with a superhero before. For instance, when he's watching Madeline breastfeeding and he's essentially jealous, Anthony starts by letting the feeling slither into his eyebrows. Then it works its way down to his mouth to show the character's thirst. He then clenches his jaw and strains it before his eyebrow twitches into his cheeks while his mouth mashes together, showing us what he desires. Without a word spoken, we can see he's visibly battling a craving inside, and it's winning. Then in Season 2, when Edgar puts him back in his place
Really
and makes
bad
him
Superman.
feel small,
Like, if Superman
again,
was
Anthony
as a
finds a
deranged,
creative way
narcissistic
to express
psychopath.
this blow to Homelander's ego.
If Superman didn't have a loving family and instead was raised in a cold lab where he was deprived of touch and used as a test subject, if the conditions of his living were opposite, what would have Superman have become? Lonely, validation-starved egomaniac.
His lip starts to tremble with frustration, feeling powerless. Then, like a punch to the gut, he twitches with a sharp-nosed exhale. Almost like he wants to cry, but he's pressuring the sadness into boiling anger. Then it travels into his mouth, as if he has more he wants to say, but realizes he's been bested. He's got nothing to retort, so he slams his lips together like he's clenching them into a fist, suffocating the instinct to speak. And finally his eyes raise, staring menacingly at his oppressor. Most actors playing this scene would simply stay stoic, just focus on the anger in their eyes, and perhaps even look down with a beaten expression. But Anthony presents much more information about how his character processes insecurity, turning emotional embarrassment into barely contained rage. What's great about these insightful moments is that we're essentially watching Homelander having an internal conversation with himself, wrestling with the insecure feeling of not being good enough. And this unspoken exchange is written all over his face. For example, when he takes over Vought, a board member foolishly asks him a business question he doesn't understand. But unable to admit weakness and just ask what she's talking about, he emotionally crumbles inside, before blaming her for even asking.
What's your name?
So we start off with this funny, blindsided look, not knowing what to say. Then the excessive blinks kick in, the internal panic of searching for an answer to a question he doesn't even fully grasp. His mouth wrestles it, jumping back and forth between smiling and frowning in a desperate bid to conceal his shame, almost starting a few sentences but holding it back. Then to protect himself, he resorts back to the old faithful of blaming her. All of this facial activity is a much more captivating way to express that the character worries he's a fish out of water and doesn't know what to do with these negative feelings except throw them back at someone else. And the final key is public versus private. One of the defining themes of The Boys is that what we see in the media is almost never the full story, that the public figures we come to know and love are not always who they appear to be. Superheroes are often defined by the iconic masks they use to conceal their identity. And in a way, Homelander has constructed a mask of his own. This wide fake smile of his, something he can hide behind so that the public don't have to know the truth. He lives on other people's perception of him, needing the world to see him as not just powerful, but happy and loved. But the moment the cameras are off, Anthony shows us another side to his character. The mask slips, and the smile instantly dips down into a frown, showcasing the contempt he actually feels for everyone but himself. This leads to many of the funniest moments throughout the show, as no matter how angry Homelander actually is, he's forced to maintain his smiling mask. Like when Stormfront joins the team without his permission and streams his reaction live on social media. This breaks the typical controlled environment between his public image and his private temperament. So he unexpectedly has to hide his contempt beneath this affable veneer.
Stormfront. Who delivered the good news?
This scene could be straight out of The Office, where he's visibly playing to camera, trying to hide his frustrated feelings so intensely that he ends up overcompensating with these excessive vocal inflections.
Who delivered the good news?
Unlike most films who play evil as seriously evil, Anthony uses his comedic timing to create a different kind of baddie. The man-child whose insecurity could kill us all. He stated, "We're looking at a guy who's physically the strongest man in the world."
Yeah, that's perfectly the way to describe him, is that he's this all-powerful man-child. Like this type of kid who, if you made fun of him too much, or if he just didn't get his way, he just start picking fights. Except he's all powerful and can kill anybody he wants, and he knows it, and he will do it anytime he wants to. He's like that. He's like, even when you're trying to help him, if it makes him look bad, if you're trying to help him or be good to him in any way made him look bad, you basically just kiss your life goodbye, and it'll be pretty brutal and gory. This guy just is nasty.
World, who I've always looked at as the weakest character in the show, because emotionally, psychologically, he's just completely deficient. He's like a 12-year-old, and in some ways less than. One of my favourite aspects of this performance is that vacant look he has when the cameras are on him. The permanent Grinch-like grin, and yet despite his efforts, there's nothing behind those eyes. Just a completely hollow shell of a person. Not just hungry for more, but terrified of less. The character is so used to using his smile to conceal his true feelings out in public that Anthony blends this instinct into his private moments too. This makes Homelander a far more effective villain, as he's so hard to read, constantly bouncing from one emotion to the next. Is he smiling or angry? Is he joking or serious? No one really knows. But no matter the scene, Starr's performance stands out because he's cycling through so many different looks, emotions, and sides to his personality in a way no other character can compete with. There's the super...
They're actually trying to get this... I don't know if it's true or not, but there's like a bunch of speculation about this guy being used to play Wesker in an upcoming Resident Evil movie. I don't feel like that's true though.
Other side to him that just wants power, control, and dominance, and the human side that just needs to be loved, held, and cared for. And we get to witness the conflict between these two competing halves anytime he doesn't get his way. Starr shows us a superhero who doesn't embrace challenges. He fears them, as they run the risk of exposing to the world what he already believes about himself, that he's not good enough. That he's a fake, a fraud, a mistake. Like any real narcissist, he's incredibly sensitive, but simultaneously lacking all forms of empathy. So everything he does, no matter how immoral or despicable, is all in service of maintaining his public image. And Anthony Starr certainly didn't write the character, but over the first 4 seasons of The Boys, he's embodied him in such a unique way that he's added layers of understanding and even likability to a man who really doesn't deserve any. as by
it, though.
shining a
If they
light on
did
the
it,
weakness
I
behind
would
his
watch the shit out of
strength,
it.
the frown behind his smile, and the fear behind his ambition, Anthony has turned in a star-making performance that reveals that even the most terrifying supervillains are the most tragically human.
Yeah, it's true. Like his backstory is pretty sad, but it's just so the kind of person that he is and the things that he does is like there's just no justifying. He's just filled with evil. That guy. He is like a narcissist to the purest sense, where he really believes he's an actual god. That's where it's going right now. The show is him actually convinced that he's the Messiah, and that he was sent to Earth to save the world, to save humanity, to be the world's god and leader, like the actual god, not a metaphorical, not because he's so strong that he can be called a god. No, he thinks he's actually the savior of the world, the god of the world. It's gotten very strange. Okay, I think this is good for now. I'm gonna go eat what I just cooked. And yeah, I was gonna stick around longer and just, but I just got bored. I didn't feel like playing anything anymore. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, the first few seasons were pretty good, but this season is just doo-doo caca. Just like the new seasons of Invincible. I feel like everything on Amazon Prime just stinks. Anyways, I'm a bounce, man. Why save them if they're just here for amusement? Yeah. All right, dog. I'm gonna bounce. I'll catch you later.